Hello everyone and welcome back to Untamed Chaos. This is going to be a recap episode where I look back at episodes 1 through 29 to give a quick summary of the stuff I've done there, what I've done with the mods, and that sort of stuff because the series has been going on a while and there's still a lot more to come. So for anyone who's new to the series or missed a few episodes or just wants a refresher at stuff I've done, this is what this episode is kind of for. I'm going to try and go over the stuff I have and explain how far I've come with the different mods, and yeah, I won't be like going back to the previous episodes and using highlights or anything like that, but yeah, so there will be probably some things I missed, some things I forgot I even did, but hopefully this will give a good overview of what I've been doing in the series so far. So if you were to continue watching or start watching episode 30 after watching this anyway, you would feel up to speed and not like you're missing out on a bunch of things. So yeah, to start, well, let's start with where I started. I'm pretty sure my spawn was over here, and I wanted to come here because this mod pack has Lycanites mobs, which can be pretty dangerous. There are a fair bit of dangerous ones in the water, but I did manage to get past them and onto this island, which is a birch forest island. And I ended up setting up my base down here. The original base looked a lot like this room here, where I built it out over the cliff and just had a basic little room with stuff. But as time went on, I expanded it. I had a little thing down to a basement and to the mine shaft, or the mine tunnels I have there. And I actually made a room here for tech stuff, and over time it just grew, and I've revised it, I think once mainly, into the new look like it is now. And of course, it's something I continually tweak as time goes on, but pretty much I started out by making tinkerer's tools, or some basic tinkerer's tools, and doing some mining. So if I come down to the mine shaft here, or the mines here, it has been revised. There was a segment around here, I think it was, where I did go off and use turtles to mine. And I originally tried quarry, which did not go well because there was a little bit of an issue at first with the turtles I was using the Project Red Gem pickaxes. And there's a lot of slimes in these mines. But yeah, I ended up setting up like this. But here's where I originally mined. And there was an issue that they actually mined through the bedrock. So, and yeah, here's the area that I originally had over here for it. I still have a ladder up here as well. So that's where I originally was mining. Then I actually went down to this level and started using the turtles tunnel command instead, because the quarry one had a bit of issues at the time. And I have since mined up this entire area, and I've mined alongside the turtles. The turtles themselves are in here, I believe. Just waiting if I need to use them to mine again. And I don't think anything else is really down here. So this was the mine area. I mined a lot of stuff, and that's pretty much all this area was for. So, yeah. But at first I used a grindstone to crush down the ores, but that got tiresome very quickly because you had to manually turn it by right-clicking it. So, yeah. And I did find a few things like, I think that's the ooze pool, there's a ravine over there, and a few other caves and tunnels I explored, but this is just basically my mining area where I mined ores, and I still need to mine a lot. And this was my quick water drop down into the mines, which I just can fly back up, where my basement currently is. But yeah, back to what I was saying though. So the grindstone got tiresome quickly, so I started looking into mechanism here. And I started off with these lava generators back here that I can't really see because I put covers to block it. But yeah, these are heat generators that produce power, or RF, based on nearby heat, like lava. So I got those set up and started out with my enrichment chamber, which will make ore dust. Like I put in one ore and it comes out with 2 ore dust. And the energized smelter, which will smelt the dust into ingots for easy ore doubling. And since then I have refined the system and looked a lot more into mechanism. Got the metallurgic infusers and a lot of the other machines, chargers, the high tier energy stores, or energy cubes and cables, and speed upgrades and all this stuff to have a very efficient, or decently efficient ore setup here for that stuff. So in addition to these machines here for the ore production stuff, I did do some other mechanism stuff like make this so I could add a jetpack which runs off hydrogen, which is made with this machine from water, and also a few other mechanism things here and there, like the charger here for the free runners to reduce fall damage, because the jetpack still gives fall damage, and in here I have a robot, and you know, a few other little odds and ends of mechanism, but that's about all I've really done with mechanism. And also if I come up here, I have my solar panels, which are my main source of power because these are ridiculously strong for a passive 240 RF a tick. And another location that we'll probably go to later, I do have a wind turbine as well, and I plan to do more of both of those, and also other power systems in the future. But anyway, I think I spent a bit too long on mechanism. For sorting stuff, I used pretty much I have Iron Chest and Jabba, and I ended up using Refined Relocation, which uses these sorting connectors here that go behind all these to help me automatically sort items between these sorting barrels and the sorting chest I have. So that's been my main storage system, although I have dabbled in AE2. Over in that room, you can see it. I'm still working on getting stuff set up to build a nice big ME system later on. But I don't really use it at the moment. I still need to work on collecting because AE2 is rather grindy. But I have also touched on that. I did make an enchantment table. I forget when exactly. And I have a bunch more torches here than needed because I was doing level 1 enchants. And I did get a fair bit of good enchants for armor and different weapons because I wanted to enchant my good armor set here, which is steel, which is actually a custom armor set for the mod pack that I made using Mechanism Steel. So yeah, that's my good armor set I had at the moment. And I also, or since I'm using it a lot, I did make a golden bag of holding and also a resonance satchel with its holding enchantment. So these have been my backpacks to help carry items around. And that kind of covers, I guess, the storage elements of stuff I want to talk about. But after doing Mechanism, I started to look into other things like magic. And the main magic I would say I've been focusing on is blood magic over here. So if I go in here and get my division sigil, or divination, and I look at this, I have a tier 4 altar, and I have been working on progressing mainly through the altar tiers and unlocking the new stuff that goes with it. With each new tier, I can make these new slates. This is made from the basic blank slate, and it turns into a reinforced, that turns into an imbued, that turns into a demonic, and that's as far as I got because I need a tier 5 altar for Ethereal. But at the moment, I'm kind of a bit, not really stuck with blood magic. I just haven't been using it a lot lately. I've been trying to keep my soul network full. If I check here, actually, I'm probably down a fair bit because I have a ritual set up that's running. But I've been trying to increase my soul network's capacity with the higher tier blood orbs, like I'm at the master at the moment. And try making the different sigils. I have a fair bit in here as well, and more I need to make when I get more supplies. I did also get blood shards, and I have on my tool belt here, I do have a bound blade. So that's about as far as I really got. I did play around a bit with this just for what was needed, I think. Because I forget what I needed to make in here, but I need to make something. And I think I need the regen potion so I can upgrade the tier of the altar. That was it. So yeah, that's about all I've really done with blood magic because I just need to work more at it. I set up the rituals for binding and unbinding up here. And yeah, I really haven't got that far in blood magic. I still need to work on making the other bound tools, the new sigils to go with my tier 4 altar, and work on progressing to tier 5 and beyond, and doing more of that alchemic brewery thing too. So yeah, but I also did work on Thaumcraft, or it's one of the first magic mods I started alongside blood magic, but I never made a lot of progress with it until, well, many episodes later. Pretty much my focus was just scanning things, and see, I don't really have much. I did make a couple wands later on because I just wanted Vist and didn't want to keep having to go recharge it because I currently don't have the ability to move nodes, or I think I unlocked the ability, but I'm just not prepared enough. So look in here, I do have a fair bit of different research unlocked now, like all the node ones here, but I've been trying to selective at what I'm researching. I experimented around with a lot of different wand focuses or foci. And I think I have that bag in here. And I was looking at a lot of different things. I've been getting into the alchemy still. I set this up and I did an episode where I experimented around with having this and have my robes here too I made that I can easily switch with this armor stand. So yeah, I have this all set up to help with that. And I started with the jars here. But I never really got that far. I made a crucible and just was experimenting with that. And that's kind of where I left off Thaumcraft. So I've just been researching things and looking into the whole jar setup and working towards infusion. Because I think infusion is it here? Yes, that's infusion. So I've been working towards infusion to get the different baubles and other really cool stuff from Thaumcraft. But I still have a lot of progress, or a lot of things I need to do towards that. And I do also have a fair bit of Thaumcraft add-ons and such that I still need to look more into. So really, Thaumcraft still needs a few episodes devoted to that, I'd say. And this is my focus pouch with all the ones I have so far. And I think I also have a wand in here too. So that's kind of what I've been doing with Thaumcraft. Now, as for Botania, that's another mod I've been dabbling a bit with. This is also where I have my other blood magic ritual, the Serenade of the Nether, with some floating thermalilies around it. So these get powered from this lava block and will generate mana for this mana pool, which I just realized is probably also very full now, because I haven't checked it in a while. Yep, it has enough to make more Terra Steel, but I've been working at generating mana while working at other things to get Terra Steel. I made a fair bit of different runes to make the different flowers. I have some Endo Flames here, and my passive day and night kind of solar power setup here as well. But apart from that, I really haven't done that much with Botania. If you look in here, I have done some stuff in here, or mainly just looked around trying to make different baubles. Although some of my baubles, the band or the two bands here, I made them, but I can't find where they are. I think I might have lost them in an update or just misplaced them, so I need to remake them at some point. But I have got the Ring of Magnetism, the Sash, and been trying to do different bauble things and work towards the Elven Portal using the Terra Steel here. But that's really about all I have done for Botania. It's still rather basic, I'd say. Or at least not that in-depth. I do have the Assembly Halo, the Horn of the Wild, Snowflake Pendant, there's my Sash, and I have my Ring of Magnetism on right now. So, like I was saying though, haven't really done too much with Botania. I also have made a Soul Gazer to look at Lycanite's mods for the Beasteria here, but I haven't got to scanning much in that because I only did that recently. But I have encountered my fair share of Lycanite's mobs, I would say. I just haven't done a lot with the whole taming and summoning them yet, but I do plan to look into that in the future as well. So now that I covered most of that, I guess Tinkers would be the next thing I could cover. Oh, lag spike there. So I have a smeltery for a very long time now, and I made steel tools, and just recently I upgraded the steel tools into, as you can see here, I used Monulin with the good paper and thermic blades for the extra modifier, and same kind of thing over here with cobalt for the faster mining. And pretty much I have iguana tweaks for random modifiers as you level. Tools only start with one modifier, but as I level I get the other bonus modifiers as well as the random modifiers. And if you come down here, I used a little cheat to level up my tools that was intended with the mod pack, but still a bit of a cheat. So here I have my tools, and actually let me just repair these real quick. This one actually needs repairing more than the other. So how this works is, this is a block breaker that, well, if I just look here, you'll see it's 75, and just grab it now, and it's 77. So this will automatically level the tools for me. I had one for an axe using a deployer and the block breaker to cycle the blocks around, and this is a cobble generator for my pick that, oh, I'm actually full up on cobblestone, but it sweats back up there. So I've been using this trick to automatically level tools to get ones with good modifier, using steel tools as the base, because I had a fair bit of steel. And yeah, also I probably should mention I have my Essence Berry and Netherwort down here. Not much else in the basement besides my pets, which I probably should also mention, not leave them down here. But these are from useful pets. I tame them, and they can level up with a skill system. I leveled up, I think, just the wolf here a bit, but I still haven't really done much with it. I haven't spent the points, and I need to level them up more. Actually, do I have my pet wand in here? No, I think it's up there. I can use this egg to carry them around if I need to bring them somewhere, though. But at the moment, I still need to kind of revisit the pets and level them up. So yeah, that's kind of where the whole pet situation is. But in here, I do have some spare Tinker's tools, like once I leveled up. This one is just diamond and redstone. I think I have a pick somewhere around. This one, that's just max redstone as its normal modifier there, or its random modifiers are all redstone. So that's what I've been doing with pickaxes. I'll be training this one up down there too. So I've been trying to get ones with good random modifiers before I apply my good, like the good materials and my good modifiers on them, like looting and such. But at the moment I have my main sword here, and I still need to name the tools, but I did this just recently. These now have flux, and this one has looting and sharpness. This one has fortune, which has or had at it for a while, and flux, and I'm not sure what to do with the other modifiers since I already gave it speed. My ranged weapon is the shurikens here, which I gave quartz and moss as their only modifiers. And oh, it has a modifier remaining? I thought I think I saved the other modifier. And my tool belt here, also from Tinker's. I have a knapsack and a tool belt here. And I also made the traveler's goggles because they are nice. Well, actually, it's mainly for their zoom feature. because I like to have that. And they also were compatible with Thaumcraft, so I could put those on it to give it the same effects as the Thaumcraft goggles of revealing. So these are my basic goggles because they have auto repair, and this is the nice everyday armor set. But I also have a steel hammer reflux, an emerald and redstone shovel, a moss and redstone shovel. I do have, or the shovel down there is moss and redstone like the axe, and I think I called that a shovel instead of an axe, but I do plan to replace that once it gets its Grandmaster. And I have a steel cleaver here, which I've been working on giving beheading for getting wither skulls. So that's pretty much all for the Tinker's tools at the moment. I just have been working on getting stuff set up so I can get ones I want to upgrade them. And here I do have some blank ones I still need to train that I plan to just level up at a grinder. Like if I kill only zombies with this, I'm hoping it will get all smite. So I have a very efficient tool for fighting withers instead of like this one that I used it for everything. It has a bit of everything because its random modifiers for bane, beheading, and smite, which is not bad. It's just not as focused as I'd like. And I also have the Tinker's Glove here with a whole bunch of haste on it, but I don't use it often because it's just way too fast. And I just realized I forgot something else with a mechanism. Well, one, as you can see, I have used chiseled a fair bit. But this ties into probably one of the next things, is mechanism teleporter here. I also have the portable teleporter in here. So that's another thing I built with mechanism. And if we come through here, you'll see the tower I've been working on. Not that much, but I've been working on it still. And pretty much I was exploring around for a while to find where I want to build my final base, because the one way back here is just my spawn base. I want to build something a bit better. So I explored all around and finally found the mountain range where I wanted to build. And I plan to build a tower here, but I've been holding off to do it on a live stream. So yeah, I will probably be actually getting to that soon, maybe even sometime within the next week of this going up. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye out if you're interested in watching me do that. But I plan to build a very nice tower with different floors dedicated to like Thaumcraft, thermal expansion. Blood Magic will probably need its own separate area in the basement. And this is also where I have the wind turbine, which has an insane RF output due to its elevation. So I plan to set up a bunch of wind turbines on top of the tower and have that be my main power source for the entire tower. And a Jabberwock. So I probably should head back because it's night, and night is not safe. So I think that covers a lot of the stuff I have to talk about. Let's see. Most of the magic mods. There is also the nether stuff. I don't really want to... Oh, I guess I can just head there. So 1 second as it loads. So after a while of preparation, I did head to the nether to explore it. I mainly just need to get like blaze rods and the different ores like cobalt and monulin and that sort of stuff. I also built this tower, but the nether's a very hostile place due to Lycanites. Also has a fair bit of different ores about. But I did end up coming back and finding the fortress way over here, and that's where the other mechanism portal out there goes to, but an update made it inactive, I believe, and I haven't set it up again. And just recently, I also set this up in the basement by grabbing a skeleton spawner and putting in the nether. It made a wither skeleton spawner, using conveyor belts to funnel them down here so I can use my cleaver and get necrotic bones and wither skulls so I can work towards fighting the wither, because nether stars are kind of important. So that's pretty much what I've done with the nether so far. I still need to do a bit more, I guess, exploring and collecting here. Didn't add too much back at the fortress either, just the basic blaze rods, I think, and explored its chest. But yeah, there's still a lot more to do with the nether, a lot more things I could do here, or a bit more anyway, at least farming resources. But that's about all I've really done so far, and now I want to go and show the Twilight Forest. Okay, so this is the Twilight Forest, and I've been here a few times. Besides to grab the skeleton spawner from here, I came here and fought the Lich, or the Naga, and then the Lich. And then after much exploring around, I actually did explore a lot around more, but I crashed as I was approaching the swamp here, and that made MapWriter forget all that progress. But over here, I did fight, I don't know where it is on the map because I don't think I have a marker, but I did fight the Labyrinth and the Minnow Shroom. I had a lot of trouble with that, and because of that, I've been holding off until I get a bit better gear to return to the Twilight Forest, because I don't want to struggle that much with it. But I still do have to fight the Hydra and work through its progression, so I only did the first progression with the Naga and Lich and then the Minnow Shroom, so I still need to do the Hydra, and then I can progress to the Dark Forest, I think is what's next. So I haven't really done too much here yet, but there's still, you know, a lot more I can check out. I think I also did check out that maze. So, yeah, not much has really been done with the Twilight Forest because of my humiliating defeat with the Middle Shroom and me holding off since then. But I still do plan to come back and do a lot more here too. I just need to get a bit better situated with gear. So if I head back, I can show you one of the last things I have been working on in the series so far. Well, one thing I did want to mention earlier when I was talking about the essence berries and forgot to come show was my farm up here. It originally was over there, but I moved it over here, and I have been talking about automating it for a long time, but still haven't got around to doing that. But if I come down here, in this back room with the AE2 stuff, I do also have my thermal expansion machines that I have been recently testing out. And just recently, I have actually upgraded these with the max speed upgrades to find that these machines are really, really good compared to the mechanism ones. They're probably at least twice as fast. So I am working on doing more with thermal expansion here and testing out more of that stuff. I did get the energetic diffuser to charge the tools, and there's still a few more thermal machines I need to build, a lot more stuff I need to upgrade, and there's also Mine Factory Reloaded I still haven't really done much with. That's where it has the farmers and such I want to try as well. So, yeah, I think that actually sums up most of the stuff I've done so far. I also have been looking to the thermal jetpacks, which I have in here, because they are better than the mechanism ones, but I still need to get the higher tier ones. And, you know, I have dollies, which is how I move the spawner. I did dabble a bit with enchantments before I got a bit more into tinkerers. Still probably more I could do there. I did have an ender pouch set up with an ender chest. But besides that, ore dictionary converter to help transfer ores to different types, like the mechanism copper to thermal copper, or tinker's copper as needed. I need that for the pets. But yeah, storage drawers to help compress stuff. I did also make some, wrong chest. I did make some automatic crafting tables a few episodes back that I still need to set up. But overall, better furnaces. Yeah, I think that, yeah, better furnaces with a diamond furnace, because it's probably not as fast as the redstone furnace actually, but it was an alternative one, and it has a ore doubling and fuel efficiency on it. So yeah, that's about all the stuff I really can think to mention. I've been, you know, I have a fair bit of resources. I made a bunch of the atomic alloys for mechanism. Not that many diamonds or gold, and actually getting a bit low on iron too. But just to show a quick overview, still need to process a lot of these. Been holding off on those until I get the good secondary processing upgrades for thermal expansion. Do have a lot of cobalt and a bit lacking on ironite though. But yeah, I think that's actually about all I've really done so far. It just seems like so little when I do a quick little recap of it. Liquid packs I also used a fair bit. Haven't used them a lot, haven't used them much recently, but I used to use them a fair bit. And yeah, just been working on progressing with different mods. It can be a bit slow at times, like I spent the entire last episode working on Tinker's tools and still didn't get to all the stuff I wanted to do. And still haven't even sorted away this stuff. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I've done with the series so far. So as you can see, there's still a lot to do. I still have a lot to do in Blood Magic, a lot to do in Botania, a lot to do in Thaumcraft, and while I am pretty decent tiered with the tech stuff, like towards the end of Thermal and Mechanism... Oh, I one-hit him now. I actually haven't used this sword before. But nice to see I finally one-hit those guys, because they always attack with water and flood and ruin all my torches. Does Botania have floating torches? I really need floating torches, like those floating flowers. If not, it really should have those. That would be great. But anyway, I'm getting a bit off topic now. But yeah, and there's a lot more I have to do with the series. A few little notes of things I was planning to do. The tower stuff I already talked about. I plan to do with the pets. I've been working at the Wither farm and such for heart canisters. That's another thing I've been wanting to do. I already mentioned about the auto-crafters. Need to get that set up for automatic cobble compression and other things. I need to do a lot more Blood Magic, Thaumcraft, and Botania. I think I mainly will focus on Blood Magic and Thaumcraft probably and take a bit of a break from Botania. But there's still a lot more to do with Botania too, with the Elven Portal and Terror Steel and all that stuff. And more tech stuff. I need to look into quarries. Buildcraft is in this as well. I haven't really used a lot from it. But Buildcraft is here, and I do plan to work on that quarry, and probably the Ender quarry later on too, but I want to do the Buildcraft one first. Mine Factory Reloaded has a lot of stuff for like automated farms and stuff, and I do want to try a lot of different automation stuff and just different builds in general like that. Different power sources and such, even if those are all the power I need. It's nice to try different systems and see how they work. Same for like mana generation here. And I also have a ton of things to explore. In addition to the Twilight Forest I still need to explore, there's the whole dimension, the Erebus, I haven't got to yet. And there's also these Doom-like dungeons that I have marked around the map. So they're going to be a good challenge once I get a bit better geared, because I probably would just die at the moment. But they also do have fairly good loot from how I balanced it anyway. So, yeah, feel like there should be more, or I know I'm going to be forgetting a lot of things. There's been a lot of stuff that has happened over the past 29 episodes already, and as I said a few times now, this series is still not really slowing down that much. I've got into the mods, but there's still a lot of stuff I want to do with all the mods, lots of places to do, things to try, different solar panels and dimensions and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, anyway, hopefully this recap has been informative. It's a bit long on the recording side end, so, yeah, probably could have kept it a bit more brief, but I think it's a pretty good summary of everything I've done so far. And, well, if there's anything I missed, feel free to mention in the comments too, for anyone who might watch the video and want to know about it, or just to let me know what I missed. So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this recap of what I've done so far and are looking forward to what's to come. And, yeah, until next time, goodbye.